I do mean the boogie man. And I got a great guest. Supporter since day one. Number help, number advice, number motivation. Um, I, I've been knowing him most of all his life because it's not been no closed book. It's been, if you, anything you want to know about Jamel Brown is out there.
Right.
Nothing to be, I'm talking about, it's just a superb young man. And I just love his energy. Anytime he call, I break my phone trying to answer it. You know what I'm saying? So I would like for you to introduce yourself.
No, I'm Jamel. Of course, you all know, and I'm just honored to be here today.
Thank
and,
you,
you know,
man.
have a good conversation.
Right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I had to reach out to you because I hate for goats to go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
Or slip through the wire.
Right.
Or not. I want them to know that it's other people that support him.
Right.
You
Right.
know. So, and you told me it was very needed to give roses and give explanations on Father's Day.
Right.
And what is Father's Day to you?
Well, just like I had made a post, because I'm a very spiritual person,
Right.
and you know, even though Father's Day is nothing, has nothing to do spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with God or anything, it's a man-made holiday to pay tribute and homage to men that are fathers,
Right.
father figures or whatever.
True.
And to me, in 2024, we celebrate Father's Day, but we forget the meaning and responsibility
Mm-hmm.
and job as a father.
Right.
And the responsibility and job of a father is way more bigger than a man just having children.
Fact.
You know, it takes way more than that. And in society now, we don't have no many fathers. You know, we don't have fathers. We don't have too many father figures. We just have folks that can play a role or attempt to play the role, but
Mm-hmm.
no, they're not playing. They're not what it is.
Right. A mirage.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And like, to me, Father's Day is everything you said, but genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right.
I gotta be, it's, you'll never see me boast and brag what I do for my church on Facebook because it's not special.
Right.
It's necessary.
Right. Right.
Anything
Right.
you do for a child is
Right.
necessary.
That's right.
It
That's
shouldn't be glorified, you the best this and you the
right.
best that.
Right.
Cause that shit don't mean nothing. That ain't number 30 minutes of
Right.
fame.
That's right.
You know? And
That's right.
it should be special, and that's why you never see me. I never, ever try to put that up on there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm finna shine that I'm doing something I'm supposed to do anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's weird.
Right.
That, to even think that's something to be happy about,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And I like what you said about a father figure. It don't necessarily have to be a biological father.
Exactly.
I had a great stepdad.
Exactly.
I had a great coach. I had a great uncles,
Exactly. Right.
you know,
Right.
and I didn't have a great dad.
Right. Same here. I can.
You
relate
feel
to
what I'm
that.
saying?
Right.
Like,
Right. Right.
but all along, it was a great lesson.
Right.
Because now I know how that little boy feel.
Right.
I know how to feel when you lie to him saying
Right.
you're on your way
Mm-hmm.
and he don't see you 2 weeks.
Right.
I know how
Right.
that feels.
Right.
So I wouldn't dare put another soul through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So in certain ways, it taught me.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
It never been no why this and why that and why this and why that. It always been I'm not, and I'm not gonna do this and I'm not gonna do that, you know. And that's special for, and shouts out to the stepdads too,
Right.
man.
Right.
Special.
Right.
My children got some great stepdads.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right,
And I
that's what's
congratulate, hell yeah.
Right.
Cause she like I would do the same. I done
Right.
been the same
Right.
for every last one of my children. Like
Right.
and they call me now.
Yeah.
I talk more to the sister for one of my children than anything.
Wow.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's special to put that trust. Like you will say, you know, like man, it's special, man.
Right.
It's just special. And then I'm not hiding from my baby mamas or nothing on Facebook. They all my friends, and so they know me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's all that matters. Like what kind of legacy
Right.
I leave behind, in
right.
their eyes.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that, like Father's Day, and it's so much more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much more. And tell us a little more.
Yeah. It's so much more because we're living in an age now that a lot of boys, and I don't mean to be racial or anything when I say this, but I'm just gonna be honest. A lot of black boys are astray because of there's no father in the home.
Right.
And the reason why the families are damaged today, the reason why you have stepkids and stuff like that nature is because the families are disoriented, is out of order.
Right.
It's all about structure.
Mm-hmm.
And until, you know, Father's Day should have been before Mother's Day.
True.
Because until we start to realize structure in the families, we're going to always be divided. It's always going to be the mom against the dad and the dad against the mom. So what I mean about structure, according to the Holy Scriptures, it says, wives, submit yourselves to your husband as your husband is submitted to Christ. Okay. And the reason why the families and the are out of structure and has been dismantled is because there is no submission.
True.
And when we say submission, I'm not talking about a woman got to be a slave to a man. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that a woman has to respect the man's position in the family as the father figure, as the husband figure, as the Godhead figure, because that's who God made first. God made the man first, and the woman came from the man. Right. The man's job is to lead his family, is to protect his family, and to provide for his family.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
What if they don't want to be led?
Then if you're in a
and you want this in-house, I want this. This is all I dream, you know, because we want to break statistics.
Right.
But sometimes statistics and reality don't go together.
If that's the case, then that's a situation you have to lead that you're gonna have to get a divorce.
Right. But we want the in-house. So do you mean, okay, when you say in-house, I'm gonna go back to, you're saying let's co-parent.
Yes.
Okay. Now
but not just before we get to co-parent. First, we gotta stay on the in-house.
Okay, let me see.
We gotta stay in the in-house Because before there's any co-parenting,
Uh-huh.
first the couple got to realize structure and order.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Even if you had a child out of wedlock or before wedlock, you gotta understand structure and order.
Facts.
The reason why the children is running wild and out here are misled is because there's no structure or order at the top.
For sure.
Everybody
From the
want
start.
to be from the start. Everybody want to be an Indian, like they said, but nobody want to be a chief.
Fact, fact, fact.
A woman can lead in her capacity and position as a mother and as a wife.
Facts.
But we, as the children of God, if we want things to go right, God is a God of order. You get what I'm saying? He's a God of order. And his order is, wives, submit yourselves to your husband, just like your husband is submitted to Christ. But a woman can't submit to you if you ain't submitted to Christ.
Right.
So you have to get that woman son to submit to.
If you want to leave.
Yeah, you can't submit to the streets.
Yeah.
You can't submit to your gang. You know what I'm saying? You can't submit to your fraternity. You can't submit to your homeboys or your side piece.
I'm with you.
Or your side chick. You got to submit yourself to Christ in order for that woman to have something to submit to. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you when you're right, man.
Give her something to submit to.
Right.
So it go back, like I said, structure and order.
Mm-hmm.
It won't have to be no co-parent. It wouldn't have to be no child support.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be no separation if the two first know what they getting into.
I wish this motherfucker worked. I can't get this motherfucker. I've been over here trying to get this motherfucker work for the long. That's a good one.
Yeah, you
I
got
like that one.
yeah, because wherever the two has that DNA is gonna trickle down into them children.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So mothers need to know your role as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers shouldn't have to do it alone
Mm-hmm.
and can't do it alone
Mm-hmm.
without that particular man. Now, I'll probably get some criticisms and some backlash about what I said because you got a lot of single mothers out there that raising sons by themselves.
Right.
But that's the point. That's all you're doing. You raising a son by yourself. But it's going to take a man. It's going to take an Adam. It's going to take a man with not just with a penis, but with a mentality, a man mentality
Fact.
to still raise that son.
Fact.
You can go in and out however you want to say about it. A child need a father, which is a man, and need a mother, which is a woman. A woman can give that son all the motherly love she wants. But every boy looks and praise and just have a driven from a father. They want that father love.
Absolutely.
You know, I was
true.
one of those that want that
Me
father
too.
love. And it is a natural instinct.
Mm.
It's just like animals. Animals got order.
And we also want to know where do some of some of my actions.
Right.
I want to know why I walk like this.
Right.
Why I talk like this.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Why I'm sensitive
Right.
or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not sensitive or crazy or not crazy.
Right.
You know?
A father has his role, and men got to learn how to operate in their role.
Facts.
And women got to learn how to operate in their role.
Facts.
Now, when that man has gone so far astray and lost, that's when you have the step-up fathers. That's when you have the coaches. That's when you have the pastors or the teachers or the principal. I have many father figure role models throughout my whole life.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? But that's when those folks step up. But if we want an order, if we want families to survive, especially during these evil last days, they got to get back to structure. They got to get back to order inside the house.
Facts.
one of the most disgusting and um, just heart wrenching things I heard a few days ago at the gas station. A woman was telling another woman that it's our weekend again. We're going to celebrate Father's Day weekend because these niggas ain't S-H-I-T, and forgive me,
Right.
you all for saying niggas, but I quote, that's what she said, these niggas ain't S-H-I-T. It was so distasteful. It was so heart-wrenching because, once again, a lot of women don't know their roles as women, as mothers, as wives. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no way in hell God made a woman to play a man in a woman role. And there's no way in hell God made a man to play a woman in a man role.
Right,
You can
right.
go, you can try to fix it or write it
You right.
as any kind of way as possible you want to, but I'm not forcing my spirituality on nobody. I speak my truth. And people want to know my enlightenment, yes, and my knowledge and where I get it from. I get it from the God, and that's what that's what I've studied. That's what I know. That's the light that's on me. Is that, hey, God made Adam. After Adam, he made Eve for Adam.
Right.
And that's the structure and that's the order. But when you start going to where it's taking two men to try to raise a family or two women to try to raise a family, it's not going to work. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care how successful it may end up. I don't care what the statistics or the economy may say about it. But spiritually, it's still going to be a dysfunction there somewhere. It's still going to be some type of separation and division. Yes, because you out of the order and structure of how God made things to be. Everything, even with the animals. Two male dogs can't make a little puppy. Two female dogs can't make a puppy. You know what I'm saying? It's an order there. Even animals have order and structure. You know what I'm saying? You'll see the male dog run with the male puppy run with the male dog.
You right.
And you see that little phenomenon puppy run with the mama puppy. It's order and structure even in nature, with the flowers and everything.
Can I ask you this? Let's get on co-parenting. What are the things, if all that we pray, we know, because guess what? We all fall in love. And then it get old.
Right.
What do we do?
Yeah.
What we do? We pray?
Yeah. Prayer is always good, but faith without works are dead. You can pray all day long, but if you don't have no faith in your prayer, you don't have no works in it, it's going to fail. So with the co-parents, I don't have nothing against co-parenting. You get what I'm saying? But still, in the co-parent, know the order.
I just want to give roses what roses I do, because there's a lot of single mamas out there, and there's a lot of single daddies out there as well right now. And you know what I'm saying? The world messed up because I always looked it for that. And I'm quite sure when they got together with that child, they looked it for that.
Right.
You know, I hope.
Right.
And with good intentions, but sometimes
right.
I say me being a co-parent, which I have a great relationship with all my children mama, like all of them. Nobody, I'm calling their ass, you know what I'm saying? Then sometimes I be like, you ain't got to call me and say you ain't got your child. Some in here say, hey man, hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's special that God gave me that, and I feel like communicate. Sometimes if they stretch their neck out for you, every now and then you stretch your neck out for them, because like men need to know women take care of them children. 89%. 89%. Day night, gotta hear him scream, gotta hear him holler, gotta hear him go in there and watch him take a shit and clean it.
Right.
If you're a co-parent, you're a dad, and shouts out to them family, because y'all are the heroes. Y'all are the example of what relationships and functional families should be.
Right.
Y'all are the example, and I don't want to act like I'm bashing that in any way. I just want to give credit where credit is
Right.
due. You know, and it's very special to me because I was raised by a stepdad.
Right.
You know, a good one, great
Right.
one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And shit, I learned a lot from him.
Right.
I learned how to take sacrifices. I learned how to save money. I learned how to paint. I learned how to do a flow from him. I learned how to put some goddamn sheetrock up
Right.
on the wall,
Right.
filled up in the
Right.
sky. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So this a man telling the viewers that a stepdaddy really showed me everything I did
Right.
before you
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, of course.
And that's strong that we saying
Right.
that on Father's
Right.
Day.
Right.
And shouts out to Richard Wilson if you're watching. If you know somebody watching, tag him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was he was there. Even when mom,
Right.
shouts out to mama, but mama worked like a motherfucker.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's why this conversation is important, because like I said, I was raised by a man that 61, like I said, he was 61 years old, but they gotta have structure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My biological parents was 13 or 16.
Facts.
Still were the structure. Now look at where they parents at. It's not no bash, and I had some great grandparents on my biological father's side. I'm close with them to this day. But they had their thing going on. I don't even know who my biological grandparents are on my biological mother's side, for
Right.
real. I'm just being honest. I don't know who they are. I heard of some folks, but this is my point. What was the structure even before them for a 13 and 16-year-old? You get what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
generational thing that it's a curse. And at some point, we got to break the curse, but the only way you can break the curse is through enlightenment. It's through knowledge and spirit. And,
we
you know,
too far gone.
yeah. But
We in there, we deep. We got to
Yeah.
come together now.
yeah, got
We
the
got to pray. We got to
right.
start back eating at
Yeah.
the family table.
That's right. That's
we got
right.
to start.
'Cause
Hey,
all
you gonna
that's
make the
gone.
Kool-Aid?
Right, all of that is gone, but that's where enlightenment come in at. We got to do the enlightenment. Women got to respect the man's position, and the man got to respect the women's position.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Back when I was coming up, and those that were before me, when the man said what it is and where it's going to be in the house, that's what it is and where it's going to be.
Right,
You
right.
would not go behind his back. You know, and the mama would even ask, well, what did your daddy say? Daddy said, I can't go to the can lake. Well, if daddy said you can't go to the can lake, you can't go. We
True,
gotta get back
true.
we gotta get back to structure.
And we no more why he said why he
Exactly.
Said,
And we got- right.
you too hard.
Right.
Uh,
Right. But men has to learn their roles and learn the God nature power that they have. And that's why a lot of women don't respect the men today.
Facts,
You get what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
Because they want men that gonna lead and not want to follow. You get what I'm saying?
You
And
are
until
exactly
men
right.
start to lead and leave the streets alone, leave the trap houses alone, leave they fake homeboys and them alone, they know they got a family. Focus on your family.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You got to
facts.
be at home. Family is a 24/7 job. You
Facts.
get what I'm saying?
You are
Even if
exactly
you have
right.
to leave that job and just to focus on to get your 16, 15, 14, 13, 12-year-old son out of the streets.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You
yeah,
got to
you
do
got
what
to
you got
go.
to
You
do.
got-
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's
shit.
what lions do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
do. So we got it's deep, and like you said it. You're right, Marco. We far gone, but each one teach one.
Do it now.
Yeah, each
Let's-
one teach one.
Let's do something different now.
That's right.
Let's
Each
play
one.
a board game
Right.
before we go to bed tonight.
Right. Or read,
Let's read.
study something. You know what I'm
What
saying?
you learned today?
Talk about quality. Yes.
Yeah, what you want to be.
Yes. Because those great granddads and those granddads that was raised on that are dying out. So it's best to soak all that knowledge that you can. My granddad on my biological father's side, he was telling me last night he about to be 74, I think, 74, 75. Every time I get around him and my grandma will be 71 too this year, I soak up all the knowledge.
You better.
You know, so I soak up all the knowledge that I could get to them because, you know, they ain't gonna be here one day.
They a seed.
Yeah.
They planted.
Right. And that DNA is in me. So what's in me, I got to release it, you know what I'm saying? To, you know, but it go back, co-parenting is good. You know what I'm saying?
Great
It's
if
great
it works.
if it works, right. But you still go back. We got to learn first we got to learn who, and is this too deep, but we have to learn the person before we plant our seeds though.
Yeah,
get what I'm
but
saying?
how long?
And
How
a lot-
long it take
yeah.
you to learn a person?
Yeah, well, men cannot allow our flesh or lust think before our spirit. You get what I'm saying?
Sometimes you get swept off your feet.
Right,
Jamel.
I understand, but you got to have self-control. That's a part of being a man, having self-control, Marco. Having self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? We're not
I gotta get-
stick your hand in the
yeah,
cooking jar. You
as-
know, you trying to lose 50 pounds and you don't want to stick your hand in the cooking jar. You got to learn self-discipline, self-control.
You are exactly right.
A woman could walk in and have a coke body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got a wife at home 9 months. You got to know how to practice self-control.
I'm talking
And
about-
even if she not 9 months, you're going to have to learn how to practice self-control, or you planted your seed in a delver and don't even know it. But it go deeper, and I don't want to wreck your podcast
you ain't wrecked it
by
'cause-
going too deep.
'cause
But
that- no.
Yeah, it's deeper than a nut. You know what I'm saying?
You-
It's deeper than
you done just
semen.
explained it.
Yeah,
You done put your
Yeah.
seed
yeah,
in a deal
yeah,
and don't even know
And
it.
don't even
Didn't
know it.
want to know it.
yeah.
It got hard.
Yeah, Delilah messed Samson up because of her beauty.
They
Samson,
got it.
and Samson told
Man,
Delilah his weakness. And guess what Delilah did? Went back and told his enemies. Samson fell in love with Delilah.
Uh-huh.
And she got him right there on her breast, in the locks of her arm. Baby, tell me, how can your strength be taken away? He said, by cutting my hair.
God.
You get what I'm saying? And we got to understand there's a lot of spirits of Delilahs and Jezebels out there
Oh, yeah.
that you have to be
Yeah.
careful. And just because, and that's on the women's side, just because they look good on the outside, we got 3 parts of us.
Mm-hmm.
I teach this all the time. We got a body, we got a spirit, and a soul.
Mm-hmm.
The body is what me and you looking at right now.
Fact.
The real us is our spirit,
Mhm.
which comes from heaven, comes from God.
Right.
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This flesh body comes from that semen out of the man.
Mm-hmm.
When that sperm connected with that egg out of that woman. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's that body. But before that body began to form, God inserted a spirit inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what that soul is full of emotions. That's what our soul got nothing but emotions in it. It remembers when we was hurt, when we was happy. You get what I'm saying? The trauma we went through and all of that type of stuff. So we got to always remember before you even go trying to start a family or marry somebody, you got to look at their spirit. And
I
you got to
love
know what
that.
their soul is. Because their soul got a whole lot of junk, Marco. So guess what? Before you
Yeah.
try to wed this woman, you got to make sure is I'm going to deal with the soul,
Yeah.
you know, is I'm going to deal with the spirit.
Right.
You just looking at the body.
Right.
Everybody
right.
looking at sexy red of outer appearance,
Yeah.
but what about sexy red inner
Inner.
appearance? And I'm talking about the spirit and that soul of sexy red. I ain't talking about that body.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that spirit and that soul of sexy
We
red.
don't know if it's good or bad.
We don't know. But your spirit will know. Because according to Holy Scriptures, you try the spirit by the spirit
Mm-hmm.
to prove that it is from God. So your spirit got to get to know. While we talking, you may not know it, but my spirit, I already know what type of spirit you got.
Right.
My spirit
right.
already got intelligence on you.
Right.
My spirit already lining you up from head to toe right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it has prepared a blockade just in case if something else inside of you is not right or lined up, it won't get inside of me.
I have been in a room and somebody had walked in
Yeah.
and it just got black.
Right. So Father's Day is deeper than just
Oh,
a Father's Day thing.
yeah, we
You
back
get
to
what I'm
Father's
saying?
Day.
No, it's
Yeah.
still all connected.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
You get what I'm saying? But it's deeper than that.
Now,
It's deeper than that.
what's been going on since the last time we talked?
We've been still continuing to work in the community.
Okay.
You know, trying to reach our young folks, our youth, and you know, stopping the violence, you know, among each other and leaving the hate alone and all that type of stuff.
Facts.
You know, we got our annual back to school thing event would be August the 3rd, and we'll be 9 years into that. And we're gonna have a good time from 8 to 12.
I appreciate everything you do for everybody.
Yeah, I
Not
appreciate
just
that.
the church, everybody. And it's been some more stuff you've been having going on. Then you had back to school. You got the back to school, or did you just say that?
Yeah, I just said
Okay,
that. That's
okay,
what's gonna be
okay.
August
Back
the
to
3rd.
school, okay.
But we had so much stuff.
Yeah,
I can't even
What's
go down line all the stuff.
What is the politician? Is anything coming with that?
I gave up politics during this last election, city council. I decided, you know, it's just not for me, you know.
Why?
Because people, if they want change, they'll get out and vote. And I was close to winning August of last year, and, you know, 3rd place ain't bad.
Yeah, shots out.
But still, I just feel like if the people want change, they'll get out there and vote. Would I probably run for something higher than city council? You know, probably so.
You should have been.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't
they
know.
coming,
right now.
man. Listen, they gonna hate a nigga. Boy, and I hate to say that because Jamel here, but they gonna hate a nigga till they love a nigga.
Yeah,
I promise you.
right.
And I love the hate because the hate is the biggest marketing campaign.
Right, and they'll vote for other people just because it's Jamel Brown.
Oh, yeah.
But city council is out the question. Would I probably do some, you know, mayor or state representative or Congress or state senator?
Yeah, fact.
Is all depend on, you know,
It'll
how
fit
me
you.
and my family want to go about doing that.
I love that. I love that. How important is family being a father?
Right,
How important is family?
right. How you ask me how
I'm
important?
asking you.
It's very important. It's very important, and the steps that I make now by me having a girlfriend and, you know, and having her son, every choices I make this point forward, I make sure, you know, they're comfortable with it.
I love
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know, preaching ministry will always be, you know, because that's what God called me to do. And I
sure.
have a command and order from God to do what God tells me to do. And I'll continue to do that till the day I die.
Man, thank you for coming by, man.
No problem.
And happy Father's Day, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You too.
All right. You still eating, bud?